This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Chapter 9, December 26, 1980. The day after Christmas is the time where everything falls apart before the New Year's. Will Kyle make it through? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Last Window, The Secret of Cape West. In the last episode, Christmas Day, we found out quite a lot of interesting news about her father, about the Scarlet Star, about those who are involved, and about a man named Will who was trying to avenge his mom, but a secret organization was preventing him from doing it. Will we be able to help in that regard? Let's find out. December 26th. The day is the last Friday of the year. I didn't sleep very well all last night. I get up early in the morning. I head straight to the bathroom and take a refreshing cold shower. That goes a little way towards clearing my head. After the shock of what that guy told me last night, I managed to calm down a bit. I leave the bathroom and take the towel I'd hung up on my shoulder to dry my wet hair. I squat down in front of my speakers and take a record off the shelf. I mount the record on the turntable, and when I switch the player on, the record starts to spin. Place the needle carefully onto the top. The gentle, solemn sounds of a saxophone start drifting from the speakers. I move myself over to the bed, sit on the edge, and listen to the melody. That solemn sound that only a saxophone can deliver. For some reason, it makes my mind swing back to the words Will uttered to me last night. All I'm after now is the truth behind what happened 25 years ago. Then it dawns on me. The only one who can truly uncover all that happened is me. At that precise moment, I notice that the turntable has come to a halt. The melody that had kept me in a trance has ended. I throw on some clothes. I get through 2 cups of black coffee as I lounge on the sofa. I suppose I better let Rachel in on what happened last night. I finish mulling things over and haul myself off the sofa. Alright, time to call Rachel and see what information she's got in this. What the? Mr. Hyde, can we talk? Huh, that sounds like Dylan. The hell does he want with me now? Okay, well. Alright, creepy man, what you got? You seem to just be hanging around all the time. I don't know, man. Dylan? Good morning. What do you want? Well, I've been so anxious to hear the next installment for last night. The next installment? Start making some sense or get out of here. You know, after you met me from room 306, what happened next? You met up with Mr. Watt, didn't you? Yeah, that's right. So are you gonna tell me what we were so keen to talk to him about? No, it's got nothing to do with you. I really want to know. Come on, you can tell me. Listen, Dylan. What the hell are you so keen to know anyway? Well, that's simple. I'm curious. Curious? Yeah, right. Huh? Spit out, Dylan. You were worried about what was said, aren't you? Well, actually what he said. It doesn't matter what we answered, by the way. You're worried about what was said, weren't you? That's why you're here too, to get me to tell you precisely what we talked about? Well, that's crazy. I told you, I'm just curious. And you expect me to believe that? Yes, because it's the truth. Huh? Here you are, Dylan. I've been looking for you. Miss Patrice? What can I do for you? Actually, it's about Mr. White in room 306. Well, he said he was never coming back, so he has a favor to ask you. Miss Patrice? Oh, hello there, Mr. Hyde. Are you having a good morning? What does Mr. White want? He called me only a moment ago and asked he's not coming back to the building, you see. So he asked if Dylan could remove his remaining things. Miss Patrice? Does that mean he's officially vacated his room? Yes, it would seem so. He was due to move out next week, but he told me something urgent suddenly arisen. That's what he called me to say. But he seemed quite keen to get the message to you, Dylan. I'd like you to clear out the remainder of Mr. White's things and furniture. Also, please take care of any repairs such that need doing. No problem. I better get started. Catch you later. Dylan hastily makes his exit. I'm sure there'll be plenty more to be done as we draw closer to the next week. It's going to be far busier than usual here, that's for sure. Have you finalized your moving arrangements yet, Mr. Hyde? Please feel free to let me know as soon as you have. Sure, I'll tell you once it's all been sorted. I appreciate you're busy with numerous other things, but please be sure to let me know what you're planning at your earliest convenience. I have to be sure everything has been accounted for before this place ceases to be. Don't sweat, I'll let you know in good time. Got some unfinished business to take care of first, though. Oh, such as what? I had to find something. Find something? Did you lose something here during your stay here? Well, something got lost alright, but it wasn't mine. But the fact remains, if it's going to be found, I need to be the one to find it. Can you share with me what it is you're looking for? Listen, Miss Patrice, there's actually something I need to ask you about the thing I'm looking for. You need to ask me? Yes. Can you spare a few minutes? I'm not sure I want to, Mr. Hyde. You're acting very oddly indeed. What are you plotting? Don't worry, I've got no nasty surprise in store for you. Just a couple of questions. It's pretty important to me, so I'd be grateful if you could spare me some time. There's no use hiding it, Mr. Hyde. I've already heard from Dylan. I know what you've been up to. Dylan? What's that nosy punk been saying? He told me that he used to be a detective, and that although he doesn't know why, you've been snooping around on the 4th floor. He told you that, did he? Now listen to me, Mr. Hyde. I don't know what your purpose is or what you're looking for, but I have no intention of making you tell me. All I want is to leave this place quietly and peacefully. That's why I'm going to ask you nicely. I've been honest with you up until now, and you've answered all your questions. I think I've been more than helpful to you. But please refrain from asking me anything further. I have nothing more to say to you. Not even a general conversation? You've got plenty to say, lady. And don't try to deny it. I'm telling you, I haven't. Even if you have nothing to say to me, trust me, I've got plenty to say to you. I've got questions to ask and things to tell you. Things to tell me? What kind of things might that be? So you're listening now. I have a message from a member of Kathy McGrath's family. I beg your pardon. But I'm sure you're not interested. That's right, I'm not. Okay, Mr. Hyde, I'll give in. I can spare some time to talk with you. I'll fit in with you. Just let me know when's good. Shall we say this afternoon at 4 in my room? It's a date. Okay, I'll expect you then. Mags leaves. 4 p.m. in Mag's room, huh? I better make a note of that. Wouldn't want to be late. Huh? It's a phone. Is it coming from my room? Well, it's gotta be. You're standing right next to your door, so you'd think you would notice. But what do I know? Yeah. Avon calling. Or it's Rachel, I don't know. Hello? Hello? Hey, Rachel. Morning, sweetie. Good news. What is it? You'll see after you've heard this voice. I'll pass you over. Is it the boogeyman? Oh, it's our boss. Hyde, it's Ed here. Ed? Why so surprised? It's just Rachel told me you wouldn't be out until the weekend. Yeah, well, that's what they told me at first. But I can't stand that damn place. Besides, I figured there's no way you and Rachel would last 5 minutes on your own. So I blew the doc's mind by making a miraculous recovery. Lucky for you, huh? Well, I'll tell you this for free. We're not so dumb that we can't take care of the place without you, you know. You don't have the first idea of how this place runs. If I left it to you two, I'd be out of business in no time. Especially with a lazy bum like you in charge. Anyway, it's all thanks to you, Hyde. I was so worried about how this place would work without me, I couldn't even die in peace. Yeah, well, glad you're still in the land of the living, Ed. Not exactly the greeting I was expecting, but hey, it's good to hear your voice. Now's not the time to start getting all soft, okay? How's the search for that item coming along? I know who sent me the order sheet. Turns out he's been living here under a false name. He's the son of Kathy McGrath, who was murdered here 13 years ago. Related to the victim, huh? But that doesn't explain how he knew you got up to behind the scenes. His name's Will McGrath. By day he pretends to be a salesman, but he's actually a lone thief. He claims to have contacts that can provide him with all sorts of information. He even knew about my dad. Impressive. What did he know about him? He said that Dad broke into the Hotel Cape West 25 years ago with the intention of stealing the Scarlet Star. He what? This is what he told me. The incident 13 years ago and the one 25 years ago, he said they're both connected to Nile. Why did he send the order to you? He said he wanted to try and encourage me to take on an interest in those incidents. He found it hard to believe that I wasn't looking into the truth behind Dad's death. Go on. Before he left, he gave me a clue to help me find the Scarlet Star. So where does that leave you now, Hyde? I'm gonna find out the truth behind what happened 25 years ago. To do that, I need to continue looking for the missing item. Once I find the Scarlet Star, I have to deliver it to complete the order. Then I'll claim my reward of the truth of 25 years ago. I see. Then do what you gotta do and keep searching. But don't stop until you've uncovered everything. That's the plan. I'm gonna pass you back to Rachel. I thought we were salesmen at one point. I guess that's moot now. Hello? Rachel, keep an eye on him and don't let him push himself too hard. I've got to concentrate on finding this item, so I'll leave that to you. Sure thing, Kyle. Before you go, I've got an update for you. You asked me to get a hold of the last article written by Jack Green. Well, I managed to get it for you. What did it say? It's titled The Truth Behind Condor. It was meant to be an ongoing piece, but ended after the first part was published. At the end of the article, the following appears. There's a gigantic void behind the organized crime syndicate known as Condor. Condor has managed to evade justice, thwart police investigations, and successfully sell their stolen wares, but it seems unlikely that the group could have accomplished any of this with no outside assistance. There's no doubt in this writer's mind that as of yet, unclosed force has been operating in the shadows behind Condor. Without this force, Condor would not exist. The next part of this article will expose the identity of this shadowy force, and that's where the article stops. A force operating in the shadows behind Condor. I take it you've heard about the recent jewelry thefts, right? Yeah, there's even some near here. This series of thefts seems to bear all the marks of those carried out by Condor. So they say. There's going to be a TV news special showcasing the recent ones on at 11. I see. Anyway, that's all I can offer you for now. I'll be in touch if I find out more. The news show about the thefts resembling those of a Condor. Sounds like the kind of thing I should watch. Keep me on my toes. 11 a.m. Alright, now we need to go to the TV and check the newscast. Where are you? There you are. I suppose I better switch on the news. I think the news was like 9, I think. Oh, whoops. Cool pop, yeah, we've... Old TV show. Yeah, sorry, I guess it was 5 o'clock. I was trying to remember where... Yeah, we've, there we go. It's time for 5 News. Today we examine the recent spat of jewelry robberies occurring all over the city. A new store owner has provided us with an interesting eyewitness account. Who is the mysterious woman that appeared at the scene before every robbery? 5 News, as always, is hot on the heels of any lead. Wait, didn't that happen in our hotel? Didn't a mystery... anyway. The day before the robbery occurred, a woman that I'd never seen before entered the shop. I assumed she was just a customer, but she didn't seem to be interested in any items. It just wandered around the shop, looking around. I couldn't see her face due to the black hat and sunglasses she wore. Whoa, a black hat and sunglasses? There was one other distinguishing feature. She wore a ring. Yes, a diamond ring. It was very noticeable. The diamond was flanked on both sides by rubies. A diamond ring. It was unmistakable, but we thought she was one of our richer customers, so we paid it no heed. Here we have our rendering of the mystery woman. The most obvious features are the wide-brimmed black hat and large sunglasses. She is also wearing a distinctive diamond ring. That woman. There are reports of the same woman appearing at the other robbed stores. Could this woman be the key to solving these cases? The LAPD are making her arrest their top priority. This is Robert Harrison for 5 News, signing off. The woman in the hat who appeared before the theft. I'm sure that's the same one that passed just outside this building. Yeah, right when we first started. That diamond ring, too. There's something about it. Surely she couldn't be... Interesting. Well, let's leave and kind of check around. I hear the sound of a door closed from somewhere nearby. Huh? It must be someone. Hello? Is that? I can hear the sounds of footsteps. It sounds like someone's coming. Oh, Tony. Tony! Oh, hey, Hyde. You're just in time. In time for what? Did you notice anybody come up here just now? No, I didn't see anyone. Seriously? I could have sworn someone did. That's pretty weird. Okay. Hey, did you see someone? Yeah, sure, I sure did. It was that woman. What woman? Why are you playing this game? Just tell me. No, we have to ask him the questions. Which one would that be? Tony. You know, that woman. The one who was hanging around by the door last week with the hat. Her. Ellie was part of the cutscene at the beginning of the game. That's who I saw coming in here just now. You sure it was her you saw? Positive. Not that it matters now, I've lost her. One thing's for sure though, she went up the stairs just ahead of me. You sure you didn't see anything at all? Not a thing. Then she just disappeared. Anyway, I don't have time to waste on this. I better split. That woman in the hat. Maybe it's who I think it is after all. But why is she involved? Well, if you haven't already figured out who it is, let's just check the room where she's supposedly in, shall we? Who's there? Hey, I hear Mary's voice ring out from inside her room. It's me, Kyle. Mr. Hyde. Open the door, we need to talk. Hold on, I'll be right there. Yes. Notice any resemblance? What can I do for you? Let's just ask her a general question, shall we? I've had something on my mind since we last spoke. How'd your insurance claim go? My insurance claim? Yeah, I just really wanted to know. I've been curious about Rex, too. Has he been bothering you at all lately? Are you worried about me, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, kind of. But in that case, you'd better come in then. Yeah, either one of those questions are valid for her, so. I must thank you, Mr. Hyde. Thank you for caring enough to come and ask how I'm doing. Yeah, it just felt like the right thing to do. Didn't want to leave without knowing, you know. I'm quite the gentleman all of a sudden. Well, anyway, how's the movement preparations going? It's going well, so far so good. I'm thinking about throwing most of this stuff out. I see. Does that mean the insurance money is coming as planned? It has, yes. Actually, just this morning the company called to tell me that they'll pay out. It's really a big weight off my mind. So Rex's investigation is closed? I don't know. I haven't heard anything regarding the results. But the insurance company has already said they'll be paying out, so I guess it's okay. So it seemed. Is something the matter, Mr. Hyde? It just strikes me as odd. Oh, what does? Well, if the insurance company is happy to pay you the money, then that must mean that Rex's investigation paid you in a positive light, which just seems strange to me. You think it's strange that they agreed to pay me? Yeah, kind of. He's on their payroll and his services don't come cheap. Typically, cases that he goes into go badly for the people trying to claim. Really? I didn't know that. Listen, Mary. You wouldn't be hiding anything from me, would you? What do you imply, Mr. Hyde? I thought we agreed that I told you everything. I'm not so sure it really was everything, though. In particular, the part about the woman in the hat. What? Huh? Someone's at the door. Back in a moment. Rex. Yeah, oh, I just said that. Well, if it ain't ex-detective Hyde, what are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. We both know I don't need to answer your questions. I'm here to see Mary, not you. Me? What do you want with me? I'd like to know exactly what you did. This morning, the insurance company told me to cease my investigation of you. They what? And now I'd like to know why. I'm not exactly here I'm not leaving it until you tell me. Oh, what makes you think I know? Oh, you know, Raw. I'm sure of it. I want to know exactly how you managed to squirm your way out of this one. Maybe I should tell you what I think happened, and you don't want that. Now, tell me exactly how you got the company to drop their investigation. I'm sure to provide some entertainment for Mr. Hyde here, too. Mary? Mr. Hyde, Hey, where are you going? How'd you get past Rex and out of here? Mary makes for the door and escapes. Mary! Hyde, I'm not sure what brought you today, but before you two start planning a wedding, there are a few things you might want to know first. I leave the room and go after Mary. Huh? It sounds like the elevator. Oh, it's like Mary used the elevator to get to the top there, so. Well, it's like it stopped at the roof. Might as well follow her to the roof. I pushed the button for the roof. Yeah, we need to chase after her. Where'd Mary got to? Or where's Mary got to? Ah, there she is. What you doing, Mary? Staring off into the distance? The roof there? It's kind of high up here. You don't want to get too... You don't want to fall off or anything with that, right? Mary? Why'd you run out like that? I was scared of him. Scared of him? Why? Because... What does he have on you? I don't know. Come on, Mary, tell me. I'm sorry, Mr. Hyde, I can't. I've been keeping something from you. What? I just can't bring myself to tell you. I just can't. Please, Mr. Hyde, just leave me alone. Well, we need to get some information, so let's go back down to the second floor. Maybe there's something in Mary's room that we can check out. There's got to be some clue in there somewhere. Alright. I wonder if it'd be faster just to go down the stairs, to tell you the truth. Makes me wonder now. I've never actually timed it, so I'm not sure. But anyway. I probably shouldn't just go right in, but I've got no choice if I'm gonna get through to Mary. Alright, now we can check our room and everything like that, so. Alright, so we need to go, let's see. I think it's this cabinet, I believe. Actually, it might be it's the left one. There's something at the back. Ah. There's a dark gray jacket scrunched up at the back of the closet. It looks just like the one the mysterious woman was wearing. This looks like one piece of proof. Now to look for more. Yeah, so she was the woman in the... So it's obvious she's the woman in the thing, so... Alright. Oh, whoops. Checked it again. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, we're basically looking for a couple pieces of info to figure out what she's doing. So let's see. I thought there was maybe it's there it is. Looks like there's a box on top of the closet. It's too high for me to reach though. So we need to find something to grab it. So. Okay, so we need to find something to step on it, so... let's see, I think I could grab... There's a cloth-covered stool in front of the dresser. Okay, now to put this to good use. Da-da-da-da! I take the stool. Or I took the... no, it says I take the stool, yeah. Alright, let's use that stool. Stool from Mary's room. I guess I could use this to reach up high. Right, I'll place the stool here. Now we check it again. Yeah, now we can actually step up. As you can see, the situation's changed a little bit. There's a box on top of the closet. I wonder what's inside. There it is. Interesting. These are the hat and sunglasses that woman was wearing. I take the hat and sunglasses. And I take the letter. What's this envelope? There's no name written on the envelope, but the enclosed letter reads, "Come to the jewelry store at 1800 wearing the appointed attire. As long as you follow the instructions, your identity will be safe. There's no use trying to escape either. We're in control. We control the televisions. We control the horizontal, the vertical, I forgot how the whole intro goes. This is the kind of letter Mary was getting. Or so this is the kind of letter Mary's getting. I take the threatening letter. Right, time to make Mary sing. That's how you know you've gotten everything if you say that, so. Yeah, we just needed proof that she was the woman in the outfit at the beginning, so. Alright, time to go back to the roof. Yeah, I guess we'll do the elevator, even though, like I said, I don't know. It just makes you wonder if you could just go faster walking. Oh wait, no, it's, isn't it because of the, No, I think the door is locked. Never mind. I think you have to go to the elevator to do it. Yeah, I'm just misremembering. Alright, time to confront her. However, will it go by just as well as we thought? I don't know. Huh? Now where'd she go? Huh? Where'd Mary got to? She must be around here somewhere. I mean, we weren't gone that long. Oh, she's just right over. She's just out of our range. So, okay. So, I need to make a save here. Well, I guess I don't have to, but I'm going to anyway. Because the situation could be very precarious. We'll see what happens, though. I mean, usually if you reload, it just takes you to a spot where, like right before or something like that, but, you know. Oh, whoops, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the examine button instead of the person button. There you are. Look, Mr. Hyde. It's okay, Mary, I know. What do you know? I know that you've been hiding. Or what you've been hiding. I know what you've done. ... The woman in the hat who always makes an appearance before the robberies? That's you, isn't it? What? Who put you up to it? Was it the same people who sent you the threatening letters? Mr. Hyde, you have no right to accuse me of anything. Besides, I have no idea what you're talking about. Listen, Mary. The game's up. As I told you, I know everything. Mr. Hyde. Before you ask me for proof, how's this? Alright, now we need to show her all the items, so Doesn't really matter which order we put them in, but we'll just show them. So, hat and sunglasses. The woman I saw outside, she was wearing a hat and shades exactly like these. I found these inside your room. You what? They were hidden inside a box on top of your closet. Care to explain what you're doing with them? There. It's got nothing to say. Now we have to show it the threatening letter. Threatening letter. This was in Mary's room. It's instructions for her to roll in the early stages of a jewel heist. I found this letter inside your room. Oh no. The letter contains instructions for you to follow. How the hell did you get yourself into this mess? Well, I mean, you know. Alright, fine, we have to show her the final piece. The ring. Yeah, remember the ring she was wearing? So that's why she was trying to show it, and it had the condor symbol. This is your ring, right? How did you get that, Mr. Hyde? Betty gave it to me to return to you. Now would be a good time to talk to me, Mary. Yeah, why would you sell something so valuable? ... While we're on the subject, the woman in the hat and sunglasses who appeared to report the robberies, why does she wear a ring just like yours? I don't know. Or maybe you'd just like to tell me about the condor engraving on the base. That's... There's no use trying to hide anymore, Mary. Come clean and tell me. I can't, Mr. Hyde, not to you. Why not? Because there's no going back if I do. Not for me, anyway. You really don't want to hear what kind of person I truly am. Do you remember what you said to me, Mary? What I said to you? Yeah, you said that when your brother died 13 years ago, people doubted your side of the story and it made your life miserable. You went on to say that you believed I would understand what you meant. You remember what I told you then? I said that if anything happened, no matter what, you could talk to me about it. Yes, I remember. How could I forget? And I truly wish I could tell you. But please, Mr. Hyde, please stop asking me to talk. Why won't you listen to me once I say I can't? I really can't tell you. Of all people, you can't know. Come on, Mary. If I don't reveal your secret sooner or later someone else will. Perhaps. Mary, do you understand the gravity of your situation? You need to get out while you can. I appreciate the people ordering you about are intimidating you, but... of course I understand. And that's precisely why I can't tell you anything. Mary? What are you doing, Mary? Suddenly, Mary moves away from me and heads towards the roof's edge. Uh-oh. Mary, what are you doing? If only I'd met you earlier, Mr. Hyde. If I'd been able to tell you everything I'd been keeping to myself, maybe things would have turned out very differently. I really don't know what to do anymore. It's hopeless. Goodbye, Mr. Hyde. Mary! Alright, so this part is... can be affected two different ways. This either has to deal with closing the Nintendo DS, or the way I've got it set up, I need to do something a little bit different. But luckily, the game gives you two ways to solve this situation. I'll be doing the second way to do this. Hopefully, I do it right the first time. If not, we'll have to reload it. But you can tell what's going on. Get down from there. Okay, so we don't want to do anything right now. We want to wait till she gets in a very certain position, but don't click on her yet. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to close the DS while she's got her back turned, and then you open it up after like a few seconds, and the screen will be like you'll go to the next section here. So as soon as she gets into a specific position, we have to wait a while to do that though. Yeah, it takes a while. It's like testing us to either close the DS or not, but there it is. Now! Okay. Yeah. We basically stop her from jumping. Ugh. I mean, it's not that hard, but, you know, I just wanted to make sure I got it right. Yeah. If not, you get a game over where Kyle looks over the edge, and you don't see the results, obviously, but then it goes to game over, so. That's almost one thing I almost wanted to do. I almost wanted to do, like, all the game overs in the game, but I don't know. You have to do a lot of stuff to get all the game overs, and I'm kind of lazy when it comes to stuff like that. I bet someone's got a compilation online somewhere with all the game overs. Mary! Mr. Hyde. Look, it looks like I seriously underestimated what an idiot you were. If you want my help, why didn't you just ask? How could I have done that? After all, I'm not the only one who knows how terrifying these people can be. Well. Yeah, I don't know. Mary. Yeah. Who do you mean by those people? What do you mean, those people? I mean, I know what my brother and husband had done. That's why she probably want to celebrate. I found out the truth behind the deaths, too. That's why I have to do what those people say. If you want an example of just how powerful they are, they're the ones who put an end to the insurance company's investigation. They are responsible for me receiving the insurance payout, Mr. Hyde. It was kind of a reward for doing what I was told. So they basically just threatened them with either violence or blackmail or something like that. It's hard to say. What had your brother and husband done? As you well know, they were both working at the hotel. But that was a cover for helping with the secret fencing operations they went on there. Fencing operations? Yes, they were selling stolen jewelry. The items to be sold were first brought into the hotel. Then potential buyers would follow, and if interested would pay for goods and cash. It seems that Mike and Peter were willing to do anything if they made the money. And that included removing dead bodies and making evidence disappear. Even the ring they got from Mike was one of the spoils from his successful job. That's why she... Other than the memories, that's another reason why she thought about selling it. I thought their deaths were an accident. That's what the police believed. But of course, they knew differently. Since my husband and brother had served their purpose, they were to be disposed of. When Mike died and I received an insurance payout and married Peter, and when Peter's business failed and he died in an accident, all of it was orchestrated by them. That's what they told me. Do you know how I discovered the truth about Mike and Peter? It all started when I moved into these apartments. As I searched the things I brought with me, I found my husband's insurance policy. I decided to claim the money and specified within, and so I contacted the company. Very soon after I had done so, the calls started from the people in charge. I received phone calls and letters. Even people I'd never met before began to pay me visits. As time passed, I slowly began to piece together the truth. It had finally dawned on me what my husband and brother were involved in. It wasn't long before they decided I could be of use to them as well. So up until then, you really had no idea what your husband and brother had been up to? I didn't have a clue. But I knew something was going on when Mike came home after work one day. He had this horrible wound and his clothes were bloody. I asked him time and again to tell me how it happened, but he refused to explain. He looked at me with a set face and told me that he had a secret to bear. One that I couldn't know. He said if I didn't promise to let it remain a secret, he'd have no choice but to leave. He never did tell me. He took that secret to his grave. When I married Peter, he made me make him the same promise. And just like Mike, he took it to the grave. Maybe not letting me know was their way of expressing their love for me. At least that's what I wanted to believe after I was told the truth. The truth is difficult to take in, isn't it, Mr. Hyde? They told me that I had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. It was my fate. That my life literally belonged to them. This is precisely the reason why I avoided making any friends here. At first, I even started to believe that the reason the man Rex was here was to spy on me as their request. Mary, who could possibly have the reach to do all this? Who the hell are they? Niall. Did you say Niall? Yes. At least that's the name they use when they refer to themselves. I'll see. Who's there? Rex. Rex. I keep forgetting Kyle says their name afterwards. So that's how it is, all. You really listening in on this? Yep, every last word. Shocking stuff indeed. It's almost impossible to believe that Niall have got you under their control too. You know about Niall? If I didn't, you'd think I'd have bothered taking on your case? It's them I'm interested in, not you and your insurance policy. Rex, enough games. What are you really after? You could say I'm looking for the last piece of the puzzle. Forgive me, I've been somewhat inundated with puzzles lately. You have to be more specific. Now quit interrupting, I'll tell you. It's the puzzle they left behind in which I've been trying to solve all this time. In fact, I've been piecing it together ever since he died 13 years ago. Hold on. Who the hell is he? Are you talking about Jack Green? The guy you used to work with? How do you know about him? I've got my own sources. I also know about the piece he wrote concerning Condor and its true identity. So I guess you pretty much worked it all out then, huh? You know what, that he was murdered and all? Just as I suspected. So he was murdered after all. That's right. Of course it is made to look like an accident, but he's murdered all right. So Hyde, have you pieced it together? Can you guess who's behind it all? Sure I can. It was Niall. Not denial, just Niall. Niall. Yeah, we'll give the man a round of applause. Niall's been behind Condor all along. Makes no mistake, it was Niall that got him in the end. Jack Green was poised to expose the link between Niall and Condor, but Niall got wind of this and decided to silence him for good. That's what you're implying, right? That's the outcome of this action, at least, yes. But there's more, much more than only he and I knew. Disturbing truth. What do you mean by disturbing truth? The crime syndicate known as Condor began operating in the LA area. It must be about far back as 25, maybe 26 years ago now. The LAPD figured that Condor was behind all the robberies that had been happening. And due to the distinct lack of material evidence, was never able to pin anything on them. They chose their targets and conducted the sales with such meticulous attention to detail that the crimes went virtually undetected by the police department. Condor always kept itself a few steps ahead, resulting in the LAPD coming up with squat. You understand, Walt, what I'm getting at you? Sure I do. You're suggesting there was an informant working from inside the LAPD. That's what we figured. With nothing that would enable a case to be built against them, the robberies continued. That is until 13 years ago when they simply dropped off the face of the earth. By then, my friend Jack Green was dead, and Hotel Cape West had closed down for good. After Jack died, I kept on after Condor, questioning and collecting information. But all that Jack had tried hard to uncover was buried with no one news. I tried in vain to make the media listen to me, but the results were always the same. I wrote an article about Jack's death being the work of a criminal group, but of course it was branded a work of fiction and my name was mud, and driven out of my profession. But they underestimated my determination. I wasn't about to roll and play dead. I wasn't going to let Jack's death be for nothing. I made it my mission to find out and uncover the real crooks behind all the wrongdoing. What do you mean by the real culprits? The real crooks, huh? Yeah, you didn't think Niall was operating by himself, did you? Make no mistake, if Niall continues to have the power and influence it does, it's only because there are so many people who use Niall to further their goals. Each and every one of them connected Niall behind the scenes, yet hiding in plain sight and perverting the course of justice. Yeah, it's always Niall, like in the first game, although Niall wasn't like, it was a force, but it wasn't like a direct issue with us. It was, you know, had something to do with the overall plot, but you know, Hyde. I haven't forgotten when you compared me to an annoying fly, you know. But you're right, I spent my life endlessly buzzing amongst filth. No matter how much people try to beat me away, I just won't give up. But I've got news for you. That's how I've been forced to live since Jack died. Even someone like me has values, things that drive them to keep going. In my case, there's one thing I'll never let slip away. Oh yeah, what might that be? Persistence, Hyde. I absolutely will not rest until I finally uncover the truth. I made a promise when Jack died. I vowed that whatever the truth turned out to be, and however unbearable it was, I wouldn't look away. I'd make sure the entire world learned of it. I think it's about time you told me exactly what you've been investigating, why you've been investigating Mary Rex. Both their brother Mark and late husband Peter were involved with Condor, and they both died in similar car accidents to Jack. There was no doubt in my mind that Mary was directly connected to Niall. I became obsessed with finding out why they seemed to let her go and disappeared, and was convinced that they must have been up to something behind the scenes. The thing that surprised me most, though, Hyde, was that someone like you was living in this building. Jack had spent considerable time investigating your father. According to his research, the man whose body was found in the parking lot 25 years ago was in league with Condor and was bumped up because he knew the truth about Niall. What did you say? You think my dad was working for Condor? Jack seemed to think so, or at least that's what he wrote in his notebook. Among so many other things, there was no concrete proof to back up his theories. One undeniable fact was that when your father was killed, the elusive scarlet star and diamond that Condor had stolen went missing. Vanished without a trace. A scarlet star? Lied. No, is resurrecting the Condor name using Mary. I'm sure there's some kind of ulterior motive behind it. I've got nothing yet, but rest assured I'll get to the bottom of this if it kills me. Mary? Yes? We won't be seeing each other after today. I'll know I'll be hanging around keeping tabs on you. I'll leave you with this piece of advice. Get yourself out of this town. Do it as soon as you can. I can't just leave. And even if I do, you think Niall's going to just forget about me? Not without my help. What do you mean? Come on, how do you think I've stayed alive this long while looking into them? Even an annoying flaw like me has a few survival tricks up his sleeves. If you want to find a chance of getting away, be at Union Station at 6 tomorrow morning. I'll wait for 10 minutes. If you don't show by then, I'll be gone. Right. This is the last I'll be seeing of the ugly mug too, I'd hold back the tears. What you gotta do now? Like you need to ask. I'll find something to keep me occupied around here, trust me. Always a joker. I've tried, but I just can't work you out, man. After all, what would an annoying flaw you know anyway? Or what would an annoying flaw know anyway? See you around. Hey Rex. Now. I've got something for you. Yeah, we got his notebook. Oh, I see. So you did have it. I thought as much. You mean you noticed it was gone? Of course I did. What do you take me for? Anyway, I'm out of here. There he goes. Rex gets in the elevator and leaves the roof. Well, anything else to say, Mary? Well, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I need some time to think. You heard what he offered me, though, right? Besides, nobody knows what will happen from now. Maybe I've got the chance. You think you're gonna be alright by yourself? Mr. Hyde? Yeah? I'll be just fine. I'm a lot stronger than I look, you know. Except you were just about to jump off the roof. But okay, stronger than you. Well, yeah, sure. And one more thing. Thanks for listening to me. I honestly thought I'd never be able to open up to anyone. That is until you came along. Goodbye, Mr. Hyde. Mary gets in the elevator and leaves the roof. Mary. It's my pager. And I better head back to my room. Alright. Let's head back to our room. Although there is one, I think there's one thing one area I haven't explored yet. Not that I really need to, but I want to do this just for some extra dialogue, so let's get that out of the way really quick. At least I don't think I explored it at the beginning of the game. I could have. Let me go back to the first floor. Well, I was going to go to my floor, my room, but really we could basically take as much time as we want. To make the episodes more efficient, I go straight to the locations that we need to go for the story to complete. But I wanted to go. I don't know if I did this, but I might have done this at the beginning. I'm doing this again just to check. So I don't know if I remember going into storage and actually looking around. It's a shabby looking wood box. Some old cardboard boxes are piled up on the bottom shelf. They're taped up so I can't open them. That's just cleaning supplies stuff anyway. There's a soiled cardboard box on the shelf. Can't open it. Just a dirty cardboard box on a steel shelf. Oh, whoops. I think I checked everything, but I'll double check. Okay. Yeah, you can't click on this. At least I don't think I checked this room. I think I held off on it at the time. There are a couple of boxes piled up on the bottom shelf. They each have a label reading unused equipment. There's an old TV down here. Won't turn on. Not sure why since I tried since there's no reason it would be plugged in. A cardboard box that looks smaller than the others. I feel like there's a lot of shelf space here for so few cardboard boxes. It's a dusty old lamp. Looks like it's been here for a long time. These are shelves that have all sorts of things on them. A pair of flashlights. Now remember that for later. Oh, looks like it's staring at us, like going awooga. You know, that's really all that I need. Actually, that's the only thing I actually needed to check here. But I'll check the rest of the stuff too. The rickety old chair could make do with being thrown out. I bet all this old furniture could tell a story. Shame I don't speak furniture. Material on this chair is looking worn down and discolored. The deck seriously needs a dust and clean. It's one of those wooden cabinets. I certainly love cabinets. If you wipe this one off a bed, I bet it could still be used. Some empty picture frames. Maybe one day they'll return to their calling. There's an open box at the top of the cabinet. The doors on the cabinet are wide open. Nothing inside though, for rats. There's a poor, lonely, licking footstool in the corner. The legs don't feel too stable. I think its life as a footstool is over. Okay. I mean, well, let's just say we'll have to come back here later, but I wanted to do this for some extra dialogue that we'll unlock later. Like, it's not essential. It's just I wanted to show it off. I think that was the only room I hadn't actually gone into in this whole place. There might have been some other areas I could have gotten into that I didn't actually check, but for the most part, I've been in almost every area. Alright, now let's go back to our room. Hey, what's Dylan doing there? What's this? What's this? What's this? There's fat guys everywhere. What's this? Is Dylan looking up there? Dylan. Oh man, Dylan just something about Dylan just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. Hey. Oh, Mr. Hyde. What do you want? Not much. Well, it must be something. You won't be hanging around outside my room. Steady on. I'm not up to anything. I'm just taking care of some maintenance. I thought it'd be a good time to check the second floor doors. I see. So anyway, Mr. Hyde, what was all this about just now with Rex? I saw you know. He's a shifty character. I saw him head up to the roof in the elevator. Yeah, what else did you see? What he want up there? You know, stuff. But do you know what he did before he headed up to the roof? Yeah, I do. He took a trip to room 206, Mary's place. That's what. Don't you think it's a little strange? In my opinion, they're into something. They're into something together. Got better things to do than listen to your crap, Dylan. I couldn't care less when Rex went up there on the roof. Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure you're actually quite interested. Yeah, when did you become a psychologist? I'm sure because you were up there too until just now. How could I possibly believe you're not uninterested in after seeing that? Look, Dylan, I just want to know. What happened up there? Well, Rex won't be coming. Yeah, Mary's been threatened. No, Rex won't be coming around anymore. That's what he said right before he left. Really? You're right about me being up there too. He and I were putting the record straight. That's when he told me they won't be showing his face around here again. Does that mean he got what he came for? I guess it does. Wasn't he looking into the insurance policy Mary's late husband set up? That's right, isn't it? Did he prove that she was trying to get away with fraud? What is up with this guy? No, he didn't. And you know why? Because she wasn't involved in any fraud to begin with. Oh, okay then. She'll get the money just like she deserves. I'll see. Dylan finishes talking and lurches off. I like the word lurches off. I don't know, man. Dylan at first was like this lovable goofball, but now he's just getting creepier and creepier. I don't know, man. He's got a secret. Wait, everyone in this game has a secret. But what is his? Anyway, let's call it talk. Time to give Rachel a call. Red Crown, how may I help you? It's me, what's up? This guy. Ed wants to speak to you. Can't wait. I'll hand you over. Hi, it's me. I've got some news courtesy of an old friend of mine at the LBD. It's about the possibility of Condor having made a return to the scene. Sources within the LAPD seem to think that this is a warning in response to mayoral candidate Hugh Speck's planned campaign against organized crime. Warning? Yeah, a blatant warning made by Nile. It's their way of saying that if the police choose to strike against them, they've got their own counter-strike ready to be deployed. I mean, hang on, why would Nile use the resurrection of Condor as a retaliation against the LAPD? It doesn't add up. An old friend of mine on the force once let slip that with that regards to Nile. There's something the LAPD aren't letting on, and it concerns Condor, whatever it is. They certainly don't want it made public. Ed, do you think there's any way you can get more information on that? More? I suppose if there ain't more to be had, it might be possible. I've been unearthing some facts of my own, too. You have you? Listen, Ed. There was a guy 13 years ago who thought he'd discovered a link between Nile and Condor. He wound up dead, but a friend of his told me my dad may have been somehow involved. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Perhaps if I extend the net to include what Frank Graver was doing, I might get lucky. It'd be helpful. How do you do? Just hung up? Alright. Condor, Nile, and now the LAPD. 25 years ago, the Scarlet Star disappeared at the same time my dad died. What the hell is connecting all these things? 3 p.m. Alright, what the? Now what? My buzzer suddenly sounds. Who's that? Well, it's a person we haven't seen in a while. Frank. Oh, it's you. I have something I'd like to ask you, Mr. Hyde. Yeah, what is it? I just heard something from Dylan. He told me that you, Rex, and Mary came from room 206, had a little gathering on the roof. Not long ago either, was he right? And what if he did? I don't see that's got anything to do with you. I thought I made it clear when we last spoke. You were supposed to keep your nose out of these things. I thought we'd reached an agreement that you would no longer interfere. I distinctly remember telling you to avoid contact with the people in that picture. Right, you did say something like that. I don't remember us coming to any kind of agreement over what I'd do. Oh, you don't, do you? Don't let your desire for truth come between me and my investigation, Mr. Hyde. Look, I'm not out to get in your way, alright? It's not like I woke up and decided, better chat with Rex and Mary on the roof. Then what was your reason for talking to them? Sorry to be the one to break this to you, Frank, but we've got a similar agenda. We both need to find something out before leaving this dump. I beg your pardon. I just happen to have a few questions I needed to ask them, so I went ahead and did it. Simple as that. You had questions for them? Would you care to tell me what you asked and why? Listen, Frank. You really want to know what we talked about up there? Naturally, that's why I was asking. Well, as it happens, I have some questions for you first. You and Dylan seem very keen on what we talked about up there. Why is that? That's because... Also, I'd like you to know that I've been looking into you too, Frank. You have? Not only you, either. I've done some research on Kathy McGrath's murder that happened here 13 years ago. And last but not least, I've been looking into the elusive Condor. So that's how it is. And what, may I ask, have you found out? Pretty much everything you know. I seriously doubt that, Mr. Hyde. There's no way you've been able to obtain the same level of information as me. I think it's about time you stopped exaggerating. I'm aware of the fact that you were a detective and you made your way here from Manhattan, but I was on the LAPD when the incident occurred and I've been investigating ever since. There's no way on earth you could be more informed than I am, Mr. Hyde. That's right, you keep telling yourself that, old man. Actually, I know quite a lot about the incident, about your past to boot. Let's see what you think you know, shall we? Tell me what you know about me. I know that your name came up in an internal investigation. I know that when you're 40s, you're singled out in an internal investigation. What? Back in the day, you were considered quite a detective, one of the best, in fact. But with one problem, you were willing to go to any length to guarantee an arrest. ... Because of this, you were taken out of the position you loved so much. ... It seems you've done your research, Mr. Hyde. But I have to ask, how did you come across such detailed information? You don't need to worry about how I came across it, just that I know. Probably a good idea not to ask any more stupid questions, too. I'll ask whatever I please. So I take it you also know about the link between Condor and this certain organization? I know Niles behind Condor. The last guy who tried to expose this connection wound up in the morgue. You've certainly done your homework. How did you make so much progress in your investigation, may I ask? Didn't I already tell you? We share a similar agenda. We both want to find something out before leaving here. You're set on finding out what happened in the incident 13 years ago, And I'm looking at another incident that happened here a long time ago. Really, which incident might that be? One that happened 25 years ago. What? Oh, he's surprised. Surprised to hear about that, so... Let's ask him, Frank. Why so surprised? Because I never expect you to say you were looking into the incident of 25 years ago. Mr. Hyde, tell me, what are you trying to discover about the incident 25 years ago? I'm trying to find something. To be precise, I want to find the Scarlet Star that went missing from Hotel Cape West. Did you say Scarlet Star? How the hell did you learn about the Scarlet Star, Mr. Hyde? I've been doing some, I'm a detective, man. You know about the Scarlet Star? Of course I do. If I'm not mistaken, it was kept secured in the safe of the Hotel Cape West. It was well protected there. But by means beyond what I know, it simply disappeared. Only the hotel manager, Michael McGrath, was likely to know what happened to it. Michael McGrath? Now, Mr. Hyde, please tell me how you came to know about the Scarlet Star. I heard it firsthand from Michael McGrath's son. Michael McGrath's son? He was told about it by his father, Michael, prior to his death. He was the one that sent me after it in the first place. So Michael McGrath is dead, am I right? Yeah, he died of an illness 3 years ago. Before he died, he told his son, who was responsible for the death of his wife, Kathy. I see. It would appear that we have a lot to discuss, Mr. Hyde. You're probably right. I'm sorry, Mr. Hyde, but I'm gonna have to stop there for now. Let's meet again later and continue this conversation. Sure, probably for the best. Where shall we meet? Shall we say Lucky's Cafe at 5? That'll work, I'll be there. Until then, Mr. Hyde. Alright. Let's get out of here. What the? Aw, man. Now what? Huh? It's my phone. Whoops. I didn't mean to. Phone's ringing. I better get that. Sorry, I didn't mean to actually click on the door icon. Hello? From the other side of the line, I hear a shaky voice. Who's that? It's me, Mr. Hyde. Mary, what do you want? I'm scared, Mr. Hyde. Why? What happened? There's somebody outside my room. They've been there for a while now. Somebody's outside your room? I think they're keeping tabs on me. I'm too scared. Sit tight and do whatever you do. Do not leave your room. I'll be right over right away. Okay, hurry. Yeah, Rex can't help you if you've not even be able to get there in the first place. So we gotta. Who the hell could it be? Someone that's been causing trouble. That's been secretly snooping around more than he should be. Well, you're about to find out who it is. Wait, Dylan? That's... He's like a stalker, Dylan. Hey! Hi, Mr. Hyde. What are you doing here? Nothing much. More maintenance, huh? Yes, that's right. Don't lie to me. What? Tell me what you're really doing hanging around here. What am I really doing? I don't understand. Don't play dumb with me. You were desperate to find out what happened on the roof. Then you went out of your way to speak to Frank. And now you're wandering in front of Mary's room. What are you after? What are you trying to plot, Mr. Hyde? You're jumping to conclusions. Dylan looks annoyed as he moves away and heads up to the 3rd floor. I don't trust him one bit. Well, let's talk to Mary, see if she's okay, I guess. Who's there? I hear Mary's voice from inside her room. It's me, Kyle. Mr. Hyde? Open the door, we need to talk. Okay, just a moment. We thought her story was done with, but not quite. Your mystery stalker has been unmasked. It was Dylan. Dylan? Yeah, I caught him hanging around here just now. Why would he be hanging around here? He's been curious about the chat you, me, and Rex had up on the roof. He tried to get me to spill the beans earlier. Why would he care what we talked about? Turns out that he knew you even before coming here. He did how? Apparently he was called to your old place to do some repair work on the pipes. Funny, I can't remember him. Besides, we always use the same company to take care of any pipe trouble. I'm absolutely positive that he has never been to my old house. Interesting. I knew he was up to something, but this is really suspicious. Man, I need you to show me something. You remember that letter you received? I need to see it. Of course. Yeah. Surprised you had it on hand, ready to go. ... Take the threatening letter. We took the threatening letter. So I guess Rex wasn't the sender of this letter after all. That can only mean... Mr. Hyde, are you suggesting that the person who sent me this was... Yeah, I think I am. Do you mind if I keep all this for right now? Not really, but what do you want to do with it? Never you mind. Don't worry though. It won't cause you any trouble. Alright, I'll be back. Don't let anyone into your room until I say so. I suppose I'll just have to trust you then. Yeah, I'll keep that door locked, so... Alright. So now we need to find Dylan, so... He's probably went back to his room, maybe, so... Let's head up to 304, which is where his room is. Mr. Hyde? I'm sorry, but I'm kind of busy right now. This won't take long, Dylan. I've got something to show you. What is it? Not here, inside. Inside? Trust me, if anyone saw me showing you this, your life wouldn't be worth living. I suppose you better come in then. This place looks like a mess. He done for a guy who's supposed to take care of everything. He doesn't really take care of his own place. Huh, was he panicking or packing or something away? Huh. Interesting. But anyway, we've already checked his room before, so. Looks like you're busy getting ready for the big move, huh? Yeah. Packing your stuff up, were you? Guess that would explain why you're flustered. Were you planning on heading out somewhere later? Yeah, you know, just going out. I see. That's why I can't really give you much of my time at the moment. What was it you want to show me? This. Show him the threatening letter. Yeah, this one, Mary's room, is instructed for... Oh yeah, we read that before, so... Does it look familiar? Aye. In case you haven't noticed, it's a threatening letter that was sent to Mary. Oh, is that what it is? There's no more hiding, Dylan. I know exactly who you are. I don't know what you mean. Don't give me that bull. Tell me who you are. Please, Mr. I don't shout me like that. Let's start talking. We can start with what you were really doing outside Mary's room. Right. Dylan, I know what you were doing there. You were keeping tabs on Mary. What? I was just doing what I was told to do. You knew Mary before you came here. Or so you claim. That's right, I did. I used to do the plumbing in her old house. Uh-huh. Something doesn't add up, Dylan. You've never been to her old house. What? She told me that whenever they had problems, they used the same service. So now you've established that you haven't been there. How do you really know her? Well, that's because I was given some information about her. Time to grill this man. Who told you to watch Mary? Oh, I can't tell you that. Not that it matters. I already know the answer. Yeah, who do you think you, what do you think you know? I know who told you to watch her. It was Niall. Well, Niall? That's it, isn't it, Dylan? I don't believe it. How the hell did you manage to find out so much? You wrote that threatening letter to Mary under the orders of Niall, which means you're more likely placed here to watch over the tenants and send the letters. What can I say? My job was to stay here and watch over those women. Women? Squirrel? What kind of information did you receive? Well, that will be... It was information you had to relay to her, wasn't it? That's right. But do you know what kind of information it was? Sure, it was about her brother and husband working for Condor. Yeah. Right again. There was a relative of ex-Condor operatives. She didn't know this even after the both of them had died. Condor may have disappeared 13 years ago, but it left behind some women who would come in handy for Nile. Condor proved to be a useful subject to Nile in more ways than one. And which women would those be? The women you're supposed to watch, which women would they be? Do you really need to ask? I thought you figured it out by now. Tell me. Well, it's Mary and the Patrice woman, of course. Patrice especially. I'm sure she's still hiding something in her room. Max is hiding something in her room? Yeah, there's no mistaking if you watched her like I have. Yeah. Well, the only other woman would have been Betty, but obviously she's a nothing burger in this game. How did Nile hope to use Condor? I thought that would have been obvious. They used them to liaise with the... I don't think that's right. Yeah, I think... Never mind. Liaise... I'm just going to say that even though that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. With the LAPD. Liaise... Yeah, liaise with the LAPD. Sure, you no doubt already know that. A single member of Condor was taken down. Why do you think that was? It was because of the corrupt element in the department working on the Condor cases. Well, that's obvious. Well, it was alright. It looks like you finally managed to expose my true identity. Looks that way. But when did you realize? I knew there was something fishy about you as soon as we started having our little chats. Oh, you figured me out in a single week, huh? Looking back, maybe I shouldn't have spoken to you so much. If I had taken that approach, I might have been able to get to the end of my stay here without rousing his suspicions, and just continue to be maintenance man Dylan. Still, guess there's no use crying over spilled milk. Got to think of it, maybe the timing was pretty good. Hold it right there. What do you mean the timing was pretty good? What are you planning to do now? I just got one thing left to do. Let them know that Kyle Hyde is on them and is likely to be an obstacle. What'd you say? What's the matter, scared of Big Bad Nile? You must have guessed that once you exposed me, you put yourself in the line of fire. You know we could take you out and you not tell them, right? Don't tell me you never considered it. Sure I did. But you think that's gonna put me off? I won't be intimidated by scum like you. Well, I admire your nerve. When guts like that, you're wasted being a salesman. Yeah, I hear that a lot. Of that. I've got nerve all right, enough of it to shoot an ex-partner of mine who worked for Nile. I may have quit the force, but there are certain things you can't shake off. Dylan, I don't get many opportunities to chat to criminal lowlifes like you anymore. Hey, don't push it. So I'd like to use this chance to ask you something. You're going to tell them that I've blown your cover, but what's going to happen to you? Well, what are you trying to say? You really think they're going to keep a guy around like you who can't even remain in disguise? Mark my words, based on the Nile I know, this isn't going to end well. At least not for you. You'll be the first to disappear. What do you mean by that? I'm pretty sure that once you've given them what they want, they'll figure there's no sense in keeping somebody whose cover's been exposed. And then what do you think will happen to you? You can't exactly hand yourself over to the LAPD, can you? Not after what you told me just now. If Nile really does have a mole in the force, and you hand yourself in, you'll be digging your own grave. Are you threatening me? Not at all. Just letting you know about the facts. Then, when they've disposed of you, they'll blow me along before they take me out too. It's not gonna be like that. I'm sure of it. Come on, Dylan, wise up. What are you gonna do? I haven't got a clue. What can I do? You got yourself in a real fix. Come on, answer me. Maybe we could strike up some kind of deal. Here's what I'm thinking. Since my life's also in danger, perhaps if we agree to keep recent events to ourselves, we could both make a clean break. By the time Nile realizes the lack of contact means you've gone, they'll come looking, but you would have gained yourself a couple of days head start. Couple of days? That's not going to stop them. Where the hell can I run to? Not to mention, how can I be sure you'll be keeping quiet about me? If you're stuck for somewhere to run, call me tomorrow night. I know a way you can escape undetected. Whether you choose to believe me or not is totally your call, though. ... Dylan? ... Huh? Dylan's right arm moves. Oh, well, yeah, I guess you could do that, I guess. Don't move. What you said sounds good, but I'm not so sure I'm the kind of guy who believes everything at face value. It's decision time, Dylan. What's it gonna be? I'm gonna have to think about all this. That stuff you said, that's something I can't decide upon lightly. After all, both our lives are in danger here. Got that right. So I figured we've lived under the same roof for a while now. I think we can reach some sort of agreement. Here's what I'll do. I'll wait until tomorrow night to give you my answer. Before then, neither I nor I will make any sort of move. I think we can both do with some rest tonight. Now just stand still and don't make a move until I'm out of here. You got that? Catch you later, Mr. Hyde. Dylan gives me a sarcastic little smile as he leaves the room. Yep, Dylan was a Nile informant this whole time, so. Alright, let's head back to Mary and tell her what's going on. Better let Mary know about Dylan. Yeah, you always knew that something was off with Dylan ever since the beginning, especially when he was asking all those questions, you know. It was just too interesting, man. Who's there? I hear Mary's voice from inside her room. It's me, Kyle. I'm Mr. Hyde. Open the door. Okay, just a moment. Dylan was behind the threatening letter you received. What? He was also the person keeping tabs on your whereabouts. So he's with Nile after all? Yeah, he is. Good news is that after I exposed him, he left. Really? He's gone? Yep. Let's just say I gave the guy a little scare that sent him packing. It should be enough to keep him away until you're safely out of town anyway. Mr. Hyde. Here's your letter back. Mr. Hyde. I made up my mind. I'm going to take the chance and leave. I see. Please don't worry about me. After all, I've already told you I'm stronger than I look. Except you... No, never mind. We did the whole roof thing already. Mary? You've helped so much after talking to you. I think I'm ready to make a run for it no matter what lies ahead. Thank you for everything. You're looking a bit pale. You sure you're really okay? I appreciate your concern. And if the truth be known, I'm a little worried myself and I'm sure everything will be fine. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see you off tomorrow. If Dylan sees us together, he might make a move. Rex as well. He might still have something up his sleeve. I understand. There's still a chance that something might happen before you get out of town. Better take this just in case. So if you still have the $1,000 check, you give it to Mary automatically. Oh, what's this? It's a check for $1,000. You never know when you might suddenly need some cash. I can't possibly accept this, Mr. Hyde. No arguments. Just take the damn thing. You're gonna need it more than me. But... Listen, Mary, listen. This is the least I can do. Just smile and take it, alright? You may put on a brave face all the time, but you might not be as tough or broad as you make out. Mr. Hyde. Mary. Thank you. I'm sure this money will come in handy. As soon as I leave here, lock that door and don't let anyone in. You got that? And when you leave tomorrow, don't tell a soul what you're doing. And that's pretty much the last of Mary, so her story's done. 4 p.m. Now it's time to handle the other lady that's been in this whole situation. 4 o'clock. Better make way to see Mags. Alright. Now we just need to see what she's what her role in all this is. You know, we know about her husband and all this other stuff, but now that we know more about her husband, that makes her a little bit more interesting too. Did she know what he knew? Was she in on it? You know, she was there in those parties, you know, so. Who is it? It's Kyle Hyde. Oh, Mr. Hyde. You said 4 o'clock, right? Care to open the door? Got something really important that we need to talk about. Sorry, Mr. Hyde. I'm a little busy at the moment. Could we continue the chat from this morning another time? Are you serious? Now is a very good time. Please come back later. Now what? Maybe I should just head back upstairs and try again later. No, really? Is that how you, is that just gonna stop? Just gonna not mess with it, Kyle? Don't knock down her door? Oh wait, we're not that type of cop, never mind. Or we're not even a cop anymore. Mr. Hyde? Great, now Frank wants me. I've been looking for you. Thought we were meeting later. What do you want? You were in Dylan's room earlier, am I right? Yeah. He looked quite agitated when he left. May I ask what happened in there? Should we tell Frank? He's gone. He cut his losses and left. He left? As it turns out, he's on Niles' payroll. Once I managed to get that out of him, he fled. It's all slotting into place. Looks like it's true about him being the person Niles sent here then. So you do? It seems my instincts haven't let me down after all. You just didn't confront him about it, though. Did you suspect Dylan? In a manner of speaking. Did you manage to uncover something about Dylan then? Not directly, but I noticed how defensive he was. So what put you on him? There was something strange about him, something he was just couldn't hide. Kind of like a smell that could only be picked up by a seasoned detective like me. Guess he set off your detective instincts. Yes, you could say that. I noticed that his movements seemed deliberate and they were done to match hers. Hers? Yes, Miss Patrice, of course. And when you understand what kind of woman she is, as I do, you would appreciate that Dylan's movements are rather suspicious. That was the motivation behind me wanting to investigate where he is frequenting. What kind of woman do you think Miss Patrice is? Of course, I had my own information about her, but after hearing yours, I deduced that Miss Patrice is quite clearly the wife of a villain. Her late husband, George Patrice, was a close friend of Michael McGrath's, the one-time owner of Hotel Cape West. He also just happened to be a prime suspect in the murder of Kathy McGrath. You told me that you were able to have a conversation with Michael's son. I would think he would have told you then that he had marked a certain individual as Kathy's murderer, and that individual was George Patrice. Precisely. That was the same conclusion that the first detective on the case came to. So George Patrice was the number one suspect, huh? That's what the detective in charge of the original case thought of it, at least. At the time of the victim's death, he was absent from the party without an alibi. Conveniently for him, though, his wife Margaret provided him with an alibi later on. Do you believe he was responsible for the murder? I must admit I do. I see. Not only that, I also firmly believe that he knew the whereabouts of the missing Scarlet Star. What? And if Niall had been using Dylan to watch Miss Patrice, then there's no doubt. Let me get this straight. Earlier you said there was only one person who knew where the Scarlet Star was, and that person was the hotel manager, Michael McGrath. Why then would the George Patrice knew? Why would you say that? I meant that McGrath was the only person working at the hotel who knew, but when we're talking about George Patrice, Condor's ringleader, well, I find it hard to believe he didn't know all there was to know. There's something more I have to say about the Scarlet Star, though. Aren't we going to pick up the fact that he just said George Patrice was the ringleader? Where was Dylan frequenting? The fourth floor of the basement, vacant rooms too. He also tended to enter other tenants' rooms, insisting he was merely doing maintenance. I can't tell you how many times I spotted him leaving room 306, for example. It goes without saying that he would enter Miss Patrice's room as well. What do you think he was up to? Monitoring information gathering, all to find the clues to look at the Scarlet Star. He was looking for it. So Dylan knew about it too? They let some underling know about the Scarlet Star? What else do you know? I had intended to talk about that in the cafe. Come on, you mentioned this much. I think you need to tell me everything. You're very persistent, Mr. Hyde. This is how I see it. Michael McGrath was in possession of the Scarlet Star. Just when his wife was killed off, he naturally became frightened and hid it where no one else would be able to find it. You mean like in a building that used to be a hotel? Indeed. And I'm positive that he left some sort of means to locate it later on. He must have figured that at some point someone would try to obtain the Scarlet Star. He thought that someone would come looking for it? Or came looking for it? Yes, the same people that knew the truth behind his disappearance. But who are these people? Those people, Condor's ringleader George Patrice's wife Margaret, Mike Porter, and Peter Reve too. Naturally, Niall would have been aware as well. Mike and Peter were part of Mary's family. The only ones to survive up until the present day are Miss Patrice and Niall. And of all the people who knew the truth behind how the Scarlet Star disappeared, only Miss Patrice and Niall are left. Hold on. Frank, there's one more person who knew about the disappearance of the Scarlet Star. There is. You. You know exactly how it came to be missing, don't you? If you want to come clean now, this conversation's over. Fine, have it your way. The reason I've been looking at the events of this building's past is to restore a certain reputation. Whose reputation needs repairing? Restoring. Mine, of course. Yours? 25 years ago, as part of the investigation at Condor, Mr. Hyde. During this investigation, I learned something about Hotel Cape West. I found out that this was where Condor conducted their fencing of stolen jewelry. Soon after that, an internal investigation took place and I was removed from the case. I believe I was the victim of a conspiracy perpetrated by a certain person. What kind of conspiracy? It was a plot to remove the person poised to unveil the truth about Condor. Not only did he ruin my good name, but he also deepened his allegiance with Niall. This person, the one who orchestrated the conspiracy, are you talking about Hugh Speck? Are you talking about the mayoral candidate, Hugh Speck? I am. He rants incessantly about crushing crime, which got him into the world of politics. But the truth is, it's all a front. He doesn't mean a word of it, like all politicians. I'll tell you now, my ultimate aim is to bring him and his corruption down. If I can't do that, I have no doubt my reputation will be restored. One old man against a criminal organization? I don't know, man. I haven't read any detective novels that deal with old men being like 70-year-old men. Usually 40-year-olds is the most they go with. Mr. Hyde, listen to me. I must sound like some doddering old fool. I was once just a plain and simple detective who wanted for nothing. When I was younger, I was bad-tempered and eager to prove myself. Even though I didn't conform with the norm, I did my job and fought for justice. Then that man and his damned internal investigation stripped me of everything. And all of a sudden, I was just a cog in the machine working behind a desk. But there's one thing they couldn't take away from me, and that was my pride. I quit my job and vowed to uncover the truth behind what happened. Took you 25 years, though. Let me get this straight. Your reason for searching for dirt on Hugh Speck is to try and expose the link between Niall and the LAPD? Exactly. I'm positive, Mr. Hyde, that the Scarlet Star lays hidden somewhere in this building. If only I could find it, I know it will prove to be a valuable piece of evidence. Michael McGrath definitely left some sort of clue behind before he died. Something that will enable me to finish what I've been trying to do all these years. So you've been trying to find some sort of clue up on the 4th floor? Yes, but all my efforts appear to have been in vain. I found not a thing. There's always a chance that somebody got to do it before me and moved it, though. Moved it? That reminds me, didn't Dylan say something? And it's Mary and that Patrice woman, of course. Patrice especially. I'm sure she's still hiding something in her room. Yeah, there's no mistaking if you watched her like I have. Mr. Hyde? Yeah? What are you thinking about? Would I be wrong if I suspect you know something? Perhaps something about the place Michael McGrath hid the clue? Dream on, if I knew something about that, you think I'd still be gassing to you? Gassing to you? Then forgive me. It's just that look on your face made me think so. You must tell me if you know something. Steady on, Granddad. That tone will get you nowhere. I told you I don't know anything. You're lying. I know it. Look, when I say I don't know it, that means I don't know. You can't trick me, Mr. Hyde. You know something. There's no denying it. Now tell me what it is. Hey! Keep balling like that and you'll draw a crowd. Is that what you want? Why are you so agitated all of a sudden anyway? I'm not agitated at all. I just need to be sure you weren't attempting to hide anything from me. Trying to force it out of me, huh? Well, Mr. Hyde, since we appear to have exhausted this line of conversation, I see no need to be in the cafe after all. I assume you agree, then I'll be going. Frank moves away and heads up the stairs. Gotta give it to the old guy. He sure wants to find what's hiding here. Guess he won't give up until he's found Michael McGrath's secret. Yeah, I mean, I would understand his frustration. Somebody's coming down the stairs. Who's that? Well, I mean, we just talked to you, Frank. Mr. Hyde, could you spare a moment? What now? I thought we said we all needed to say to each other. We just talked! I wanted to apologize for how I acted just now. I didn't intend to make you angry. Oh, it's just like you said. I'm looking for some kind of evidence on Hugh Speck. And that's why I need to find what Michael McGrath left behind. I was curious to see what we could turn up if we put our minds together. Do you have any idea where it might be hidden? Yes, I'm sure it's in one of two places. Either the 4th floor of the place I haven't checked yet, or inside Miss Patrice's room. In Mags's room? Yes, there's a very high likelihood that something's hidden in there. I was hoping you might have already discovered something on one of your visits there. But since it appears you haven't... Come on, spit it out. What do you want to say? If you got something you want to say, I'd rather you just said it. Very well, I will. Would you be willing to team up with me so we could search Miss Patrice's room? Seriously? You're the only one who I can talk to candidly regarding this. Let's say I agree. How are you proposing we go about searching her place? My plan is to ask her to meet me at the cafe where I'll keep her talking for an hour or so, during which time you can take a thorough look around her room. In a small matter of a key? Don't you worry about that. I'll see that she leaves the door unlocked. You can leave that side of the operation to me. Does Max know you've been looking at the condor? I doubt it, Mr. Hyde. As far as I can tell, she suspects nothing. Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm sure you're just as eager to have a closer look around her room as I am, Mr. Hyde. Am I right? You might be. Then it's settled. I'll go and ask her to join me at the cafe. As soon as she's left her room, come to me in the cafe. You should go inside. What you're looking for is... Yeah, I know. You want me to find something left behind by Michael McGrath. Precisely. Once you're done with your search, come to the cafe. We can discuss what you find after you arrive. Got it. Loud and clear. We'll regroup there. Frank nods and heads towards Mag's room. Alright, well, I guess we got a plan. I guess good thing the old man calmed down a bit, so... I can hear voices. Yes, I understand. Then let's go to the cafe. Sounds of footsteps and 2 voices trail off towards the cafe. Yep. Now's our chance to get inside. I don't know how he did it, but the door's unlocked. Secret mission rifle through Mags' room for clues is now in effect. Okay. So now we got sneaky music again. There we go. So... Oops. There we go. There we go. Now we need to check the... Oh, I guess I need to go over... Basically, we need to check the cabinet, so... There we go. I was trying to find the right angle to check him. Oh, wait, no, it's under here. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong spot. Okay. On the table is a package addressed to Max. I wonder why someone decided to send her a clock. Let's see, where is... There it is. No, wait, no, it isn't. Never mind. A 2-seater sofa with floral design. There's no speck of dirt there. Yeah, this is the room. Sorry, I was thinking of something else that we were supposed to check, but I forgot that's later on, so... My bad. Yeah, Margaret's bedroom. Yeah, we haven't been in here. Her bedroom. I better search here, too. Oops. Didn't mean to go into the notes there. Here's her bathroom. Some shampoo bottles have been left on the table. These look a little pricey. Only the best for Mags. Well, she does have all the money, right? There's a little table next to the bathroom. Convenient. The bathtub is immaculate. Does she ever leave anything dirty? There's a light pink shower curtain in front of the bath. There's a pot plant over this side, too. Every branch has several long thin leaves coming out of it. The toilet has a wooden cover to match the rest of the decor. There's a sink on one side of the room. Well, it is a bathroom. There are cupboards underneath as well. There's nothing like the rooms she rents out. I'm almost insulted. No, keep the best for yourself, huh? There's a small lamp fixed to the wall. The bathroom mirror is oval shaped. Like everything else in her Mag's dominion, is practically gleaming. bookcase that's showing its age. Though the glass doors, I can see a rows of books with discolored spines. I don't need to waste any more time looking at this. Well, I'll just take whatever much time I want, Mr. Hyde. You can't stop me. Not my dad. There are 3 pillows on the bed. The pillowcases smell brand new. Or maybe Max just washed them? There are 3 pillows on the bed. The pillows are springy and soft to the touch. Must have been pricey. There are 3 pillows on the bed. Oh, it doesn't say anything on that one. This is Mag's bed. There's a pattern engraved on the headboard. Doesn't look like we'll ever have any reason to own a big bed like this. Mag's quilt covers is bright red. There's a chest of drawers. In my infinite wisdom, I guess it's been revarnished. Either way, she's clearly been using it a long time. There's a chest of drawers next to the bed. I'll take a look inside. It's a neatly folded pile of washcloths with a check pattern on them. Definitely worth investigating. A pair of leather gloves with an understated hue. Yeah, I think that's it for this, so. There's a lamp on the chest of drawers next to the bed. Alright, let's see. See what's here. There's a small semicircular table pressed up against the wall, not a mark on it. There's a ceramic vase on the table. Some of the flowers are pink and some are yellow. I think they're tulips. Alright, nothing there. See nothing over there. Check her cabinet. Her dresser looks like the one that a fine lady might use. Nail polish, lipsticks are just some of the thrilling items found in this box. Max sure has a lot of makeup. Well, she is a lady, so. A makeup box covered in slightly cracked leather. Looks like it's empty. A necklace, a mirror, and various other small accessories are lying in a jumble. There's a soft chair in front of the dresser. The pattern of the fabric is the same as the sofa and armchair in the living room. The dresser includes a 3-part mirror, just in case you want to look at yourself from every angle. From here, here and here, here and here. This closet is pretty big. Max must have a lot of clothes. There's a red handbag at the bottom of the closet. Looks like it's seen a few wars. I've covered wars, you know. At the back, I can see a big overnight bag. There's something covered in a white cloth stuffed in the corner of the closet. What the hell is that? Maybe I should open it up and take a look. Ah. A box. Women's clothes. I don't think I'll be trying them on. Not into that sort of thing? Not a cross-dresser, huh? There's a nice looking ornamental wood box inside. I wonder what's inside this thing. Oh, it's a music box of some sort. A music box? Wait, there's something stuck in the drum. Looks like a key. What's the key doing here? Well, I know how to answer it, but that key is really bothering me. I know how to answer it, but I'm not going to do it right this second. I'll come back to that in a moment. It's one of the more interesting puzzles in the game. It utilizes one of the few things that really utilizes the DS's equipment. It's a black telephone. I have the same type of phone in my room. There's an inkwell on the desk. I'd say about half of the ink has been used up. In this corner of the room is a wooden desk with a drawer. Well, it's a door, not a door. Oh, wait. A quill pen and a stand. Very traditional. It's a fancy notepad. I can't see anything written on it. There's a lamp on the desk. It's been left on. I wonder what Max was doing here. There's a slight uncomfortable wooden chair in front of the desk. Okay, just saying if there's anything else other than obvious. Something's on the floor under the table. What's this? Looks like a piece of paper. Got something written on it, but the lower part's missing. The beginning reads, "We know everything. Leave this apartment and secrets immediately. Niles doesn't forget and still bears a grudge against the wife of George Patrice." This is part of a threatening letter. Probably written by Dylan. That reminds me, Max said something about something when she received that package. I have my reasons for jumping to such conclusions, especially with a threat like this. I thought it was somebody's idea of a joke at first, and tore it up. But when I saw the lack of cinder on the package just now, the contents of this letter came back to me in a flash. Must be the missing piece of the letter she showed me from before. So the cinder was Nile. Okay. Well, that's the big thing. So, okay. Now we need to do the music box trick. So this one requires you to basically close the lid of the DS and do some other things too to save it. The reason it turns on its side is the game wants you basically to switch the game from book mode to normal mode when you're playing this. So okay, so there's a key here, and what you're supposed to do is basically you need to close the DS to get it to latch, and you need to hold down a button, and the button you're supposed to press down, it depends on how you're handed in the game. So in this case, for example, you've got an L here, so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hold down the left key when you're doing this whole thing in the first place. So, alright. Let's see if I remember. This like I said, this puzzle is a little bit weird just because of the way that the setup works. See if I can do this down right. So, okay. Yeah, I need to press the close button. Oops. See if I can. Here we go. I think I can move the key if I push this thing. Yeah, so what you're supposed to do is press... Oh, hold on, it's being a bit finicky. I might have to redo it. The music stopped. I'll have to do it again. So what you're supposed to... The hell am I supposed to do? Think hide. Yeah, it's a little wonky depending on how you do it, so... I think I'll try again. Yeah, okay, So I want to close the lid of our DS. You're not supposed to close it all the way. And then you're supposed to hold on to the I think I've done it wrong. No, the drum keeps on in there. Okay, let me try it again. There we go. Like I said, it's a little finicky, but it's not that bad. Got it. Got it. What could this key be for? Key has a condor mark on it. I take the condor key. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It just took me a couple tries to get that set up, so alright. Let's take a look at that key. Using this here isn't going to be helpful at all. Oh wait, sorry, I was just going to take a look at it. Condor key that found this in Mag's apartment has a condor insignia on it, so... Okay. I think we've done everything. If we checked everything that we need to, despite what Frank seems to think, I can't find anything from Michael here. All I've got to show for my search is part of a letter and a key for a condor mark. Maybe the key will lead to some sort of clue. Almost time to meet Frank. Better make tracks before Mags come back. Basically, if you've checked everything you need to, Kyle mentioned he needs to leave. If he doesn't say that, that means you haven't checked everything. I don't think you have to check every single thing. I think you just need to check like the drawers and stuff like that. So. Huh? Mags, damn, if she saw me come out of her room, my ass would have been grass. Mr. Hyde, I apologize for before. Don't worry about it. Maybe we can chat again sometime later. As long as that's okay with you. No problem. Okay, good. Now I must be going. Max goes back inside her room. Okay, now let's go talk to Frank, see what he's figured out. There he is. The old man. Ah, Mr. Hyde. How'd it go? Managed to have a pretty good look around while you kept her busy. Problem is, I didn't find anything left behind by Michael in there. I see. It wasn't a total waste of time, though. I found this. What have you got? It's a key with a condor mark on it. A key with a condor mark? Give it here, Mr. Hyde. And you should avoid trying to go any further in this investigation. What? Not this again. Why should I stop? And who gave you the order to the right to order me around? I beg your pardon. Sorry to disappoint you, but I still got plenty of things I still want to investigate. I have a feeling that key is going to open up more than simply a door. If I'm lucky, it might even reveal some of the secrets around here. Are you trying to say you intend to return to the 4th floor to search? Damn right. I'll tell you again. Stop your investigation. There's no need to waste your time up there. I've searched it thoroughly enough. Just because you haven't managed to find anything doesn't mean I won't. Got a feeling I'm gonna get lucky up there, because I'm the main protagonist, dang it. Now you listen to me. Oh, what the hell? So used talking to you. Do whatever you like. I'll be on my way. Hold it, Frank. What is it? What did you and Max talk about here? It was nothing important. We just took the opportunity to do a spot of complaining. Did Della come up during the conversation at all? It seems she was already aware of him leaving, but she's got no idea he was with Niall. I see. Anyway, I must be going. Frank gets all hot under the collar whenever the subject of the 4th floor comes up. Oh, now what? Oh, Tony. Tony. Yo. Didn't think you and the old man Raver would be this sort to sit down for drinks. Yeah, well, we had things to discuss. Hey, you're not trying to keep secrets from me now, are you? Why would I want to do that? No reason, I guess. Anyway, I need to tell you something, Hyde. Tell me what? It's about Betty. I don't know how to explain it, but it seems I've been given a second chance. You don't say. She told me that she thinks I've changed for the better, too. And she wants to stick with me from now on. Sounds like you're on to a winner there. Good job. What I'm trying to say is I owe it all to you, man. To me? What the hell did I do? If you hadn't been around, I would have been stuck drowning my sorrows going nowhere. And then how would I have gotten with Betty? I owe you one, man. Seriously. Tony, hi. Before you say anything, I want to find a way to show you my gratitude. Anything you want. Consider it done. Just say the word. Easy, Tony. You don't want to start making promises you can't keep now, do you? Give me a chance here, man. We don't have much time left in this old place, you know? I really don't want to leave without having the chance to pay you back. If you think of some way I can help you out, just give me a shout. Okay, I'll think about it. Say, Tony, are you still short on cash? I had a feeling you asked that. Do you really need me to answer? There's no way I'm going to turn from rags to riches overnight, you know. What if I told you I knew a way to make big bucks in next to no time? I'd say you better tell me what you have in mind. So you're interested? Just tell me what the deal is first. You gotta promise you're not gonna go spread this around, though. The truth is, there's a precious jewel hidden somewhere on the 4th floor. A jewel on the 4th floor? You were talking about this place, right? Sure am. It's known as the Scarlet Star, and it went missing 25 years ago. I only heard about it by chance, but what I heard seems to suggest it's hidden right here in this apartment building. Say no more, man. I'm in. Let me guess. This plan is to get to the thing before we have to clear out, right? Got it one, Tony. Far out. I think it's fair to warn you, though, this could get a little dangerous. So tell me, are you still down with it? Down like a clown, man. You think I'd pass up on this chance to get on action like this? Just tell me what you need to do it. Say the word and I'll get started. Great. So what are we going to do first? That's a good question. I guess a good starting point would be meeting up on the 4th floor fire door. Got it, by the fire door of the 4th floor. Better be careful not to go up there together if we're spotted. You think people would guess we're up to something? Yeah, the people around here get jumpy real quick. Understood, I'll get them. I go in then. See you up there, Hyde. Sure, I'll be up later. 10-4. Tony leaves the cafe. Okay. Now let's head up to the 4th floor to meet with Tony. Yeah, I could probably do the elevator, but I'm just gonna walk up there. I feel like that's faster. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but because you have to go through all those load scene situation, but not in this case, so. Got the fire door open, but we got a new problem. There aren't any lights in there. It's pitch black. Of course. Meg said that the power was going to be switched off. Next problem is, even if we find a light, we don't have any keys. Yeah, I already thought about that. The only people who have access to the keys are Mags and Dylan. So if we ask Dylan, maybe he'll help us, right? Well, you want to ask Dylan to try and get the keys for Mags? Nah, that'd take forever. But hang on, Dylan has his own set. He uses them to get in here and look around. I think he got himself a set just for the 4th floor. Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm positive. I know because he's opened the place up for me before. Then it's settled. I'll get those keys. Tony, you need to go get a flashlight. I'm pretty sure I saw a couple downstairs in the storage room. Yeah, that's the dialogue I was mentioning. If you check the flashlights, Kyle mentions that I'm not. Either Tony mentions it or he says I'll check, and he says he found him in the storage room. Leave it to me. Good luck getting those keys. Right. Okay, here goes. Tony rushes off and heads downstairs. Right, now to find those fourth floor keys. Ugh. Alright, yeah, we have to go into Dylan's room. Okay. Okay, let's see. Should be... That might be on the other side, so... Where are you? It might be on the other side of the... Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly. I think it was like here or something. Chest of drawers next to the bed. The bottom drawer is open. There it is. There's a bunch of keys inside the drawer. This looks like what Tony was telling me about. I take the fourth floor keys. Okay. That was it. I was just trying to remember exactly which thing it was. Yeah, with him his clothes all over the floor. And now he's gone. We got him to skedaddle. Yeah, the big twist is Dylan was one of the informant. It seems kind of obvious now that you know, but at first I knew there was something about it, but I wasn't sure what. What took you so long? So how'd it go? Without a hitch, that's how. And you, did you get those keys? Yep. Knew you would, man. Here you go. There we got a flashlight. I take the flashlight from Tony. Now I think it's about time we search the fourth floor. Ready when you are. Alright, let's head on in. Alright, so now we actually have like a weird fourth floor situation going on here, so. Yeah, unfortunately because of the way that the... That's 3. Yeah, I don't really like this perspective because of the way that the rooms... Nope. Ah. Sorry, I'm using the wrong screen now. Nope. Yeah, I don't like the way this is set up in this area because it throws off my groove. Rats, it's locked. Alright. Use the key. Take out the fourth floor and lock. Oh, it's 404? I thought it was... Never mind. Let me go back. Yep. There it is for us. So that's the one we want to go to. Yeah, it's because we can't use the actual map, so I have to remember how to use the map, and being a bit silly when it comes to that. Route 406 is where we need to go into, so. Okay. Let's see, need to head to... no, it's not this side. Okay. Yeah, we need to head to... There you go. Hey, Hyde. What? Get a load of this safe. A safe, huh? Got any idea what's inside? Well, one way to find out, I guess we need to take a look. Oops. Out. Do you have anything to say, Tony? Tony, about this safe. We better try and get it open. Yeah, sorry, it's like, you know, the way that the controls are in here are really throwing me off. There's a safe with a dial up against the wall. Looks like it's been here for quite a while. Alright, so now we have to figure out how to open the door, so... Won't budge. Here's the dial. Not a chance. This thing's rusted beyond repair. Not gonna move an inch. Yeah, we need something for this. Let's see. He's supposed. There's supposed to be a specific thing. He says so. Won't budge. Okay, I think I've done everything for that. Because basically we need a tool for this. And it's no good. That thing's not going to open. I think we're going to need some sort of tool. Maybe a crowbar to do the trick. You stay here. I'll go and grab one. Make it quick. Do you need a light? Nah, man. I've got another flashlight. I'll be back soon. Am I really going to find the Scarlet Star up here at the 4th floor? Okay. Probably time I had to think about things so far. Chapter ends, so, now. On December 26th, while my head was full of the things Will McGrath told me last night, I was visited by someone in the morning. It was... Dylan! Right. Dylan was the one who paid me a visit first thing in the morning. He was itching to find out what Will and I had spoken about. After calling Rachel, I caught the news about a jewelry robbery on TV. They interviewed the store owner who described a woman that appeared on the scene. The description reminded me of Mary, so I went and had it out with her. She fled to the roof and eventually confessed to me about her brother and husband working for Condor. Right. She told me about her brother and husband once working for Condor. She went on to say that Niall had forced her to play the part of the mysterious woman. I also had the opportunity to talk to Rex, who came to the roof as well. He let me on the fact that he plans to expose Niall to the world. After hearing what Mary and Rex had to say, I learned that it was none other than Dylan who had been threatening her. We had a chat and he admitted to working for Niall. His job in the apartment was to watch mags and find out clues about the Scarlet Star. Right. Dylan was placed in this building to keep an eye on Mags. While he did so, he was trying to uncover clues about the Scarlet Star. When I exposed him for what he was, he quickly fled from the building. Frank noticed that Dylan had vacated the building and asked me to fill him in. He told me about Niall, the connection it had with the LAPD. He also let slip with his goal was to expose Hugh Speck and regain his reputation. Lastly, he told me that the one who knew the location of the Scarlet Star was Michael McGrath. Right. He told me that Michael knew the whereabouts of the Scarlet Star. He also said that he was sure that Michael had left behind some sort of clue. Thanks to Frank, I know more about the Scarlet Star. I also learned that Niall was the organization behind Condor, and that Mags was connected to it all. After talking to Dylan and Frank, I headed to Mag's room. I was keen to find this so-called clue that Michael had left behind, and with Frank's help, wearing Mags away, I was able to search the room. Unfortunately, my search proved fruitless, and I never found what I was looking for. Instead, I found a key. Key with a condor mark. Right. Found a key which had a condor mark on it. Instead of handing the key I found to Frank, I kept it. Tony and I then made our way to the 4th floor to take a look around. There's still a little doubt left in my mind that there are clues to be found here, but we'll reveal the clues that Michael left behind. And where is the Scarlet Star hidden? Will I find something to shed light on the truth behind the incident with my dad? With any luck, everything will become clear once I find out what I'm looking for. But as I think about it, I notice an uneasy feeling creeping in my mind. Huh. I think something's about to come upon your mind here in a second, if you know what I mean. Huh? Tony? Well, something happened to us. Looks like we've been rendered unconscious. Sounds like we're really close to the end. We've learned a lot of things, and now there's a couple more things to finally finish out. Where is the Scarlet Star? Will Frank get his justice? We'll be able to find out what Max has been going through this whole time. Will Mary be able to leave? Will Kyle be able to get his the resolution onto his story and about his dad and finding out the mystery behind all that? We'll find out next time in the finale of Last Window, The Secret of Cape West. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.